friends, the heathens take it slow.
Despite what everybody thought.
Wait for them to ask you who you know.
We're the bad guys.
Welcome
to the 35th episode of Geek Life, presented by the Gaming Advisory. And as you guys can tell, this is going to be a suicide adventure, Suicide Squad. I'm Reese the Beast. There go my people's Knuckles and E-Dog, man. How y'all doing?
Yo, doing good.
Good. So, enjoying my last bit of my birthday.
Yeah, man. Happy birthday, man. But you turning 25?
25.
Motherfucker getting old now, man. He can rent a car. He happy as happy as shit. Insurance going down, yo.
Oh yeah, can't wait.
So
I'm so happy though. Anytime it's my birthday, I'm always gonna celebrate it. I don't care how old I am.
I mean, I would expect that, cause yeah, that wouldn't. You need to celebrate your birthday. It's your birthday. Ain't nobody gonna celebrate it like you.
Nope. Got that right.
Damn Skippy. So, how's everybody? E, how you doing, man?
I'm alright, chilling, doing my thing like I usually do. You know how it is.
Yeah, man. So, fucking Suicide Squad, man. I don't understand it, man. Motherfucker, man. I swear half of the reviewers didn't fucking listen to it, read it, watch it, didn't even show up. I want to say these motherfuckers just watched other reviewers and hopped on the motherfucking bandwagon so they can get the views, and, you know, I don't want to be that type of guy, but that's what I think happened, man. Ain't nobody can tell me that they watched the shit and came up with a very, 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 very bad score. I get it. I mean, it wasn't perfect, but you can't tell me it was a bad movie.
Wait, I mean, I didn't read any of these reviews, but like,
be happy you did.
Like, how bad were these reviews? Like,
people were giving it 4s and 5s, and I seen one lady say she gave it a 3. Like, somebody said that David Ayer should never direct a movie again. I'm like, what the fuck? Nah, it ain't that serious.
They make it sound was worse than Batman vs Superman.
I know, like, and I think these are people that never watched a comic book movie or even heard of a comic book.
I mean, like, I understand everyone has their own opinion, but you need to back it up with some facts, though. Like,
facts, man. You got to be able to, like, do something. That shit was just I don't even want to talk about it, man. I don't even want to grace with this person thinks, like, common sense. Like, that shit was stupid. Made me fucking mad. Like, I was mad as shit, yo. I was at work yelling and shit. Like, these motherfuckers, do they even watch? Do they even look at it? No.
You gotta understand, like, we do live in a generation now when it's like, let me agree on the same thing that everybody else.
Yeah, we live in a generation where there's a ton of sheep and nobody want to see it for themselves. And I mean, it's bandwagon, yeah, and everybody wants to be the first to crucify something so they can get ratings. That shit is so dumb to me, yo.
Or all these people that are giving these bad reviews. Now, I'm not saying that I'm only a Marvel guy, but these might be
true. They might be Marvel heads. Marvel heads need to cut it the hell out, because that shit. A good movie is a good movie, and this was a good movie.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, I believe that. Like, it wasn't perfect, like you said, but it wasn't a bad movie in the sense that I didn't go there. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I didn't go there thinking that David Ayer should never fucking direct again. Like, that's.
I'm not going that far.
Like, motherfuckers just crazy. Like I just don't get it. I mean,
but it was entertaining, and it definitely entertained me a lot more than Batman vs Superman did.
Yeah.
I mean, it showed some humor. Like, I think it was though Batman vs Superman was trying to be too serious, and this one, it was serious in its own way, but it still had some nice comedy. It had a mixture of everything. That's what I like.
Jeff Johns, man, man, he got in their ass. He's like, y'all better come out with something good. y'all better do something.
I love Will Smith in this movie. Though. Will Smith.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
you want
yo,
to.
if it doesn't work, I want you to white people that thing. Like I was dying when he said that. I was
Yo.
dying.
Yeah, like when he was talking to about his daughter. Yo, Amanda Waller was like amazing in this movie, man. Viola Davis, man.
BA,
I don't
BA.
I don't care what anybody say, yo. She is a very, very, very. I don't think anybody has disregarded her as being a very talented actress, but she took it like she now from now on. When I was reading the rebirth for Suicide Squad, and all I could hear was her voice. Like that's how she encapsulated that character, and that's very hard. Like that was on point where the Joker I can only hear is Mark Harmon. That's the only Joker. Deadshot, not Deadshot, but Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds. Those are the only people. Like she is elevated. Batman is always Conroy. Like it got to that point. It was good. Oh, and before we go into it, I just want to say this is going to be full of spoilers. Full of spoilers. So if people don't know, I mean, you might want to listen to this a little later. But yeah.
No. What you do is turn this off. Go see Suicide Squad right now.
No, I ain't turning this shit off. Listen to it. So, who wants to start with how they think about the movie, how they really think, and what was standing out to them?
Let's go with Eric first, because he's the big DC fan over here.
Nah, he not the only one.
So, I gotta go first.
I mean, you ain't got to. I'll go first. I just feel like I always talk. So
to start the movie off, I liked how it started off. It had like a montage of everybody, and then all their backstories a little bit. Even though I wanted more Harley Quinn in the beginning, but they give you more Harley Quinn later on. I love the feel and I love the feel of the movie, and then like the atmosphere of the characters, how they click together, and even like when I saw interviews with the actors, they looked like they all had fun in this movie. It wasn't like Batman vs Superman where you saw that interview with Ben Affleck where he looked like he was just about to cry, or he was like, and like I shouldn't have. I think this movie is going in the wrong direction type of thing. So like everybody seemed like hyped for it, and like it got me hyped for it.
You talk about the beginning. I like the beginning. I agree. I definitely agree with you, especially how they made it seem like it was a lot of people were saying on the websites that it was, it felt like a music video of the entrance, and that's the feel of the show. I mean, not the show, but of the movie. But I think they did it really, really well. When it comes to comics and things like that, you only really, really get, especially with Suicide, a really, really brief intro, and then it goes, yo, this is what the story is about. And with comics, and when you're juggling how many characters within it?
Like a good amount.
7 or
Yeah, 7 or 8. You gotta you can't sit there and give each person a 10-minute backstory. That's 70 minutes of your movie. Like that's that's half of your movie right there, and then everything else is rushed. So that doesn't make sense to me. And I think they did a really good job having it the way they did have it, because it made it gave it that feel, that hype feel, and I got to know who was important in the movie. I didn't need certain people backstory. So I thought they did it really well. A lot of people said it was wrong. It felt rushed. Nah, the pacing of it was where it needed to be.
But Reese thinks not Eric. So.
No, yeah, that's my feelings.
Yeah,
that's mine. I agree with him that I think that they did a really good job on how they started and got everybody introduced.
I mean, not only that with the intro, but also said to them how they got in that position, how they got in prison. They not only said, "Hey, this is what he did," but here's how we caught him. So I mean,
yeah, because that Batman, when they first met with Deadshot and Batman, and you saw how he was captured, was fucking crazy, and it was amazing, especially how they showed how important his daughter is to her, and how important his daughter does not want him to do bad things. It was good, and how much she loves her dad, and how much she adores him. It was good, man. That scene with him and Will Smith and his daughter was crazy, bro.
I mean, you already start having a soft spot for Deadshot in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Like, normally you want to see that towards like maybe the middle or the end, but in that sense, from the beginning to the movie, you're like, dang, I feel bad for Deadshot now.
All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead. We ain't mean to take it over.
Sorry.
I mean, y'all done already said it, so like I can't. The
Well,
only
you
thing
can
I
say your
wanted
spot.
to add is- The only thing I wanted to add is you were mentioning when they called him and they showed the Flash catching Captain Boomerang or Boomerang as they call him in here. But like I like that they added that. I like that they sprinkled characters that you already know or seen and like that, where it gives it that cohesive type of universe where you see him building from here. But personally, I think this should have been film one, not Man of Steel.
Yeah.
But they should have did Batman vs Superman after this.
Because
So-
it does feel like
Yeah,
it was a jump
yeah.
off into how great the movie is going to, like the DC universe is going to be. It's like the turning point, and I think they did a real good job. Real good job.
I
Because-
definitely like that. One of the things, I mean, like the cinematography part of the movie is amazing. Like David Ayers, like the angles, and one of the coolest things I ever seen is how the chick transforms into the.
Oh, her hand was crazy.
I was like, yo,
Oh,
that's. It was really nice. Like and so like when they introduced the Enchantress, like Viola Davis, like yeah, so I got her heart in this box over here.
It's like, and I got Rick Flagheart, which is in Tranches, which was kind of thorough. Like, man, that bitch was crazy, man.
That's Amanda Waller for you right now. Like, she's always on top of the game with that.
But I guess that feeds into one of the things where people is like, well, that doesn't make sense. I'm like, all right, if you're buying into the whole comic book universe, you need to buy into some of the unusual stuff that does go on in it. So if you're going to see this movie,
Take it for what it is.
yeah, like
Exactly. Yeah.
buying into whatever's happening there.
Like, you don't go into a comic flick thinking it's going to be a fucking, a drama, and then rate it as a drama. And that's what critics crack me up. And like, every movie's supposed to be gritty, and like, this was a comic book movie, so rate it as a comic book movie. Somebody with knowledge of a comic book, you're not going to put a comedic critic on a drama and expect them to say, "Oh, it's going to be great." Like, no. Like, and this whole Rotten Tomato thing just got up under my skin. Got up under my skin.
I don't even go on Rotten Tomatoes. I rarely go on Rotten Tomatoes anymore.
Rotten Tomatoes is because it's an average of the
Yeah.
website itself does no ratings. Like people need to realize that they don't do any ratings. They average it out between the ratings of all the other critics, and they average it out on that one website.
Yeah, because I'm not mad at them. I'm just mad at the critics. Just everybody just jumping bandwagon. See, to me, the movie was good. Like that. Like I said, the characters and the actors portrayed them almost flawlessly. Deadshot, he's now my Deadshot. Like, Will Smith was really, really good in it. The scene where he finally, Rick Flag gave him the gun and he was like, yeah, this is live ammunition. Because this dude's an assassin. He can kill. He does not miss a shot. And so the worst thing you want to do is get this dude a gun. They gave him a gun. He's like, it's probably blanks. Boom, playing around. He was like, if you kill him, if you shoot him, we going to light you full of bullets. So he's like, yeah, it's probably blanks. So he shot it in the air and it was real bullets. My man, it was like he just got a hit of heroin. My man started smelling it, feeling on it. He put the gun in. Oh, he went to town. Missed no shots, straight through. Bullet. Did not deviate from the shot. And it was amazing. And then he went in that little conversation between him and Flag was like, I'm not, no. And then Deadshot was like, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to your boss. Pointing to Amanda Wilder. It was like, yo, make that shit happen. Then you got me. That was amazing. Harley Quinn's and the Joker's relationship was amazing. It's tortured. Like, you see how he made her. Like, he tortured her. Like, he had her on the fucking, table frying this bitch brains up. Like, he's like, I'm gonna make you, love me. And he made her a slave for her. But in that turn, you You can tell he was falling for her by making her into a slave. And that last scene where he throws her into the vat of Ace Chemicals and he's walking away and he's like, yeah, man, I got her to do what I want. You can see him like, fuck, man, she gonna die. I need this bitch. Turns around and jumps back in. That was dope. Like, there's little parts like that, you know. Diablo's backstory through the whole time, you didn't find out until the end, was really good on why he wasn't even using his powers, but everybody was getting murdered. Like, dude, we need you to help, but you understand why. So, like, I think they did a really good job. The story could have been good. The character development is what made this movie good. The development of the character is what really made it good.
The chemistry too between all the
Yeah,
people.
like it made me feel like they really liked this movie. Like they really like working. They really like working together.
I mean, if you saw during their Comic-Con interview with Cohen, they were a group. Like they spent time together. Like it was a special deal for them. Like normally, it was basically like the Avengers, how well they work together. It's the same thing you see with these guys with the Suicide Squad. They had fun together on set. The stories that they shared, like they enjoyed every minute of it, and that's what you want to have. And back to your Will Smith thing about Deadshot, like you still got Will Smith in that movie. You got the Will Smith swagger into it. So I mean, you're already gonna get a good movie when you had a Will Smith as Deadshot, but he like exceeded my expectations because correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't this like his first
This is for
superhero movie?
no, didn't
He
he?
was Hancock.
No, he played
was
Hancock. He played Hancock.
as a DC comic, like as a comic.
Oh yeah, I mean a lot of these people are just the first time comic people, but like this is not the first time he played a comic book type character. Like he also played I Am Legend, which is, you know, if you really wanted to be like, that's more of a comic book than you know, a novel and a movie. So, because I know it was like I am yeah.
Even though I got like 5 words in there.
What? No, go ahead. Just say what you gotta say. I'm sorry.
I already said the stuff like I was gonna say, but like this is, I think so. On the flip side, I'm gonna say the story was weak, okay, but I've seen weaker. All right, you know, the ending was a little weird, so I guess when people was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on, why is this bitch doing that? Like, I understand that.
She was over there pop locking and shit. I don't know what this bitch. I was like,
was it the little lightning bolt? Okay.
I was like, whatever. This bitch crazy. She over here pop locking.
Yeah, like I was like, that's a little weird.
I was waiting for what's the name from B Street to come in and start.
I was like, okay, this is happening. All right, yeah. No, like I see where that was like, all right, like that wasn't necessarily need to be put in there.
It wasn't taken away from the movie though.
It didn't take away from all of the performances and everything I seen before that happened. Like Will Smith, like you said, was amazing as Deadshot. Margot Robbie was awesome. Viola Davis was great, like sinister, like crazy. I was like, yo, this chick is great. I think Viola Davis had a bigger body count than anybody.
Yeah. Oh, yo, I'm sorry, yo. When she popped them dudes, yo. She's like, they didn't have clearance anyway. I was like, what the fuck does that mean?
I was like,
dude, she walked in there. She's like, yeah, I thought we were saving Nelson Mandela. He turned around, like, boop, 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 boop. Oh, she's like, pack this shit up. They put like 9 rounds in them. I was like, oh shit.
Oh my god. But like you were saying, I was like, she took a role that was like Amanda Waller is a big part of DC, but not a big part. But she extended that part to make it bigger than what it was. Like she took like a small, kind of like how I think Tom Hiddleston did to Loki. Like Loki was okay, but Tom Hiddleston put that character on the map.
On his back, yep.
Yeah, like he made that character more famous than what it was. Kind of like how Ryan Reynolds did the Deadpool. Like nobody knew who Deadpool was. It was just like, oh, that's Deathstroke. That's the fake Deathstroke, right? Or that was Spider-Man's brother. Is what I got. Who didn't know. And then when they saw Deadpool, they were like, oh my god, like Deadpool, that's amazing. Like that character.
Hey, Francis.
Man, that movie was amazing. It was really good. I think is like from a starting point, like I didn't like Man of Steel, and obviously if you go back and look at listen to the podcast, I didn't like Batman vs Superman. But this, I think
you didn't?
No,
You you
I gave it a decent rating, but I didn't enjoy the movie.
you didn't hear the sarcasm in my voice. You didn't
Yeah, he
like.
was no, he was messing with that.
But
That's
like,
all I'm saying.
but like this one, like I went in and like I didn't have really high expectations, but I enjoyed myself in the movie. Like I laughed. I was like, it was like really crazy, sad moments, and then it was kind of sick moments, and then but it gave me that roller coaster of emotions that like Batman vs Superman never did. It was one emotion. I was like, oh man, this starting off dark. Oh, it's ending dark too. Oh,
Well, I mean, this movie needed to be good though because with Batman vs Superman not doing so well, I feel as though that kind of put a little bit of pressure on DC saying, "Hey, this movie needs to be good because we don't want to be on a roller coaster ride just going downhill, downhill,
yeah, and I
downhill,
think that's
downhill."
why the critics were like, "Oh man, this movie needs to be. It needs to be the upper echelon. It needs to be Captain America: Civil War." Like it
But it
wasn't.
didn't. It
It did.
definitely didn't. It just
It did.
needed
It's
to
its
be
own
something that
movie.
was refreshing to get
Yeah,
people to understand it. Like it.
like people got to realize this is the third movie in the DC universe.
Look, think about how
Yeah.
long it took Marvel to do it. Marvel.
Oh, Marvel took.
Captain,
Oh,
Captain
mm.
America: Civil War was the 12th movie.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't understand. People just they want instant gratification. This was a good movie. To me, it's like now they have arrived. It's a reason why I can say, okay, I'm DC. I see all of the good stuff they did in it. Like it was a funny movie. If it was pop, it was to me it was a comic book movie. Like the colors, the vibrance, the action, the stupid shit they did. Like comics aren't serious. It's called a comic book, yo. Like like
Well, some are. It's just that
some are serious, but it's like it still didn't
yeah, it's
take
not.
itself that serious, yo. It took it for what it was. Like it was good, you know. You know, the Joker little difference was different to me because it wasn't the classic type Joker, but
It
I
was.
still liked it for what it was because it's an adaptation. It wasn't bad.
I mean, you have people saying that, well, Heath Ledger is still my favorite Joker, and here's my thing: is that's not fair to say because this Joker, he didn't have many scenes, so you can't really say that Heath Ledger is still like the best Joker when Jared Leto didn't get much of a chance yet.
Well, I
Like,
don't think you should be comparing them yet because until he's in a full movie,
it's a movie exactly.
Definitely, like that's one of the reasons I didn't actually bring up his. Like he didn't do a bad job.
yeah, I mean, he definitely didn't do a bad job. I mean, I think that I don't think he could have done better for with the time he had. And
I mean,
plus
it's only
he did a lot of shooting for that movie and didn't get any time for it. Like he
Yeah,
did what? He shot 86 scenes and it was only 8 minutes worth of video that was put into the movie.
yeah.
And he's even upset about it. I think like he's like, well, a lot of the scenes are going to be used for what's the name? It's going to be used for the Batman movie, which everybody knows it should be, but it takes away from what he wanted because he was into character to that movie for so long. Like he stayed in that character because he thought he was going to have a bigger role. Like my man did not. He method acted this whole thing. He did not get out of character the whole time that movie was in production.
I mean, coming out that movie, I'm saying I want to see more of the Joker. Like I really want to
That's a
see more
good
of the Joker
thing.
to see what he can do. And I definitely saw the potential in that. Like we just wanted more, and I think that maybe that's what DC wanted you to do. Say that, hey, do you want more Joker? Because we want more Joker in this movie. I know.
All right. So, numeric rating for the movie. What would you give?
Yo,
Uh,
8,
Knuckles. No,
8.
I already know what you got. That's why I said Knuckles, man.
Oh.
Okay,
Finish.
I would I would give an 8 because I mean you pretty much both you guys said I mean story wise wasn't the best story but just overall I mean action the comedy the chemistry like a lot of this movie was good and like I said before Batman vs Superman was too serious you barely saw any humor in that they just wanted to be like a dark movie no this movie had like funny moments serious when you had like everything in it so I mean this is what DC needed because in my humble opinion, with the trailers, I was more excited for Suicide Squad than Batman vs Superman. Batman vs Superman, you saw almost everything in both the trailers. Here in Suicide Squad, you didn't see. I mean, you saw some, but you didn't see as much stuff that Batman vs Superman did in their trailers, and also you didn't really know who the villain was, the main villain was in the trailers, until like possibly like the uh, final Comic Con trailer. But you really didn't know who was the villain. But if you really watch the movie from the start, you're like, wait, Amanda Waller has Enchantress. Can you really control Enchantress? No, you can't. So I mean, like, I had a feeling in the movie that she's gonna be the main villain somehow, some way, just gonna get out of under her control and do something. So did you guys predict that in a way or no?
No, I didn't know what the villain was, and I still don't know who the fucking villain was. I mean, it's Enchantress, but you knew that was gonna happen because she couldn't fucking control. There's only so many times you could stab this bitch in the heart before she turned
Yeah.
on you.
Well,
So
Enchantress though was kind of weird to me. With her dancing, moving around all the time. Like
Yeah,
I did
like
this. Like
whole
you're
was,
dancing too much.
yeah,
the whole point was like you emphasize like I got her heart in this case, and that's how we're controlling her. Once you emphasize that, the point of chaos becomes when that person gets control of her heart back. So I kind of lean towards it. It's a plot device. I was like, well, it's gonna be a point where she's gonna
you know.
not be in control.
But yeah, like everybody said, I swear at the end I was watching Ghostbusters though. It's like to me like that was the only bad part about the movie, the fact that everything ended up being like a typical sci-fi movie. Same thing happened in Pixels, stuff like that. Let's go to the center of the city. Fucking, there's a swirling garbage just of shit just floating in the fucking sky, and we gotta go there and stop it. That's like in every action movie. That was generic to me. But you gotta think, he wrote this in 6 months and he filmed it in 9. So, I mean, I think he did a good job, but it still wasn't perfect. Like, the story was lackluster at best. It started off very, very, very good. That's the reason why I give it an 8.
No, but do we see these guys coming back in another movie? Like, I mean, we're never gonna see Harley Quinn and the Joker, but like,
We gotta
are we
see
gonna
what
see
Eric
them
gives
in
it though first. Like, Eric, what do you give it, and why?
Well, I gave it a 7.5 because, like, me myself, I loved it, I enjoyed it, but one of the driving forces what I do to go to see movies, which I saw, but then the other half of it I didn't, was I go for story. I go for a story that's going to compel me, and the story wasn't there. But on the flip side, this movie had like great character development, and that's one of the things I love about movies or TV shows or anything like that. When I see a character, when they start out in the beginning, they should not be in the same place where they are at the end. And
And none of them were, because when they started off, they was all fucked up until they got into that the bar scene.
Yeah.
Which, so what you feel about the bar scene? That bar scene was good.
No, I really I enjoyed the bar scene on that movie.
but like one of the things, the takeaway is like, they gave me a great opening. They gave me a great beginning. But
Yes.
the thing I usually remember in a movie is the ending. And the ending, I was kind of like, okay, no. But everything up until that was fine. Like the movie was great.
No, I was actually waiting for Joker to do a super huge dick move to Harley because he always screws her over every time. So in this, you didn't really see it. I think either you or Marie said like
He didn't
you
really
didn't
have
see
that much time with her. Like,
him.
he
That's
got
true.
her.
That's true.
And
Yeah,
they're gonna
because
do more on the Harley Quinn movie. But like for right now, this was a squad based movie.
yeah,
And even though like obviously Deadshot, Viola Davis, Deadshot. I keep mixing the names. Obviously Amanda Waller, Deadshot, and Harley
Harley
Quinn.
Quinn stole the show.
But like it was a squad based thing. Like you barely saw Killer Croc, and like I said, it's a lot of stuff that I was like, okay, like you got that dude in all that makeup and he looks awesome. He looks like a human crocodile, but he has the, the least amount of stuff to do. And then like you got somebody like the Joker who I would love to see more of, but then I didn't want to see as much of him. So it was kind of a flip side. Like I've seen the Joker, I haven't seen this adaptation of the Joker, but like I've already like Joker's had movies and movies and movies. So like in the future, I'm sure they're gonna do more Joker, but this is called Suicide Squad, not called Batman: The Killing Joke. So,
Well, I mean, I think you saw from the beginning that Deadshot, Harley Quinn, in the Mountain Law was going to be like the main stars. They were going to be people that stole the show. Even from the beginning, I thought
Well,
they
I
were
wouldn't
going
say they stole. Nobody really stole the show to me. Like like nobody was like, oh, like it's their movie. It still to me seemed like a Suicide Squad movie. Like they might have had the most time, but I still wanted to know where Captain Boomerang got into the fact. I really cared about Diablo because everybody had their time to shine.
Dude, I wanted more Katana. Like, I really like Katana.
Yeah,
Like,
I really do.
I really
I
like
agree with you on that. I wanted more Katana.
I do agree with that. He was a really cool character.
I love
But
Katana. Like,
moving on to more TV news, um, the Inhumans are going to be. They have license for the Inhumans to be on Agents of Shield. So all the main Inhuman family, Black Bolt, his wife, the chick with the hair, I forget all the names.
Her name's Medusa.
There you
yeah.
go. So they have license to make them in the actual TV show. So one of the things I'm questioning is because they haven't even put up anything about um, a reshoot or a retime for the Inhumans movie. Are they gonna do an Inhumans movie again? And one of the things I was digging into was uh, Kevin Feige and the guy who does actual the Marvel TV. They don't like each other. So
Oh, wow.
yeah. So one of the things was when they licensed to do the Inhumans on TV, they had a series, storyline going for the Inhumans that was already integrated into Agents of Shield. Kevin Feige had his own ideas on what he wanted the Inhumans movie to be, but since they had already did Inhumans on the show, and these guys couldn't agree, I don't see the movie like moving ahead where it's like we're gonna have a movie and it's gonna be something that's more comparable to X Men.
I don't even think they have a date for it anymore.
They don't. They don't. That's what I
And
mean.
they pulled it out the phase too, so it's not even on the phase.
Yeah. So like they did they're gonna do the Death of X. So like they're kind of pushing back on all the X Men stuff they're doing because Fox has the rights to X Men, and like why would you want them to keep
But
making?
there's one thing I don't understand though. If you said Fox has the right, but
Mhm.
aren't they making a Legion movie, and they're supposed to have X-Men characters in it,
They do, and that's why I'm
which makes no sense because Legion is Professor X's, you know.
no, but what network is it on?
Um,
It's on Fox.
it is, yeah, it's on FX.
It's like,
But I still think it's Marvel's it's under the Marvel Studios moniker though.
I don't know about that. I know it's going to be connecting with the movies, the X Men movies, but it's not going to connect with the X Men, the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Okay.
So,
Not.
it's not. It's
Because I
not,
thought it was. I thought it was. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was.
yeah, it's not going to connect with Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, any of those. It'll connect with like X Men Apocalypse, X Men Origins, X Men Wolverine.
So it's under Fox now.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah,
under,
it is under FX. It's under FX.
yeah. So one of the good things it'll connect with Deadpool maybe. So
Uh,
no, okay. But
no, I mean no. I mean I'm cool with that, but no, it's Deadpool. If you're gonna have a serious movie, you can't like a serious show. You can't. You know what I'm saying?
well,
Wait,
that's the thing. Like Deadpool's, if it's on FX, was FX is already a little edgier than what Fox is. So, like, I mean, to be example, like Breaking Bad was on FX. So that show was great. It was a great show. So, but I'm getting kind of leading off what I was talking about. But the Inhumans, what I wanted was a type of ensemble movie that I got from the X Men in the Inhumans because, like, quite frankly, their storyline is really interesting. It integrates with the Skrulls, and that can integrate with Guardians of the Galaxy, which I want to introduce, you know, on which would have been cool to have like Guardians of the Galaxy.
But I don't think they can do the Scrolls because the Scrolls was Fantastic Four villain.
Fantastic Four.
So
But isn't like Fantastic Four and the Inhumans kind of like in the same universe in a way? Aren't they connected?
I mean, the whole Marvel universe is connected, but like the thing is, with the rights of certain stuff going on in Fox and the rights of certain stuff going on Fantastic Four. So what the thing was after that last Fantastic Four, we don't know if Fox is going to keep doing it the way they're doing it. They may do some integration where they do shared rights to the characters with
I mean,
Marvel.
yeah, like they doing with
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. So
Like one of the things I was like, so if they do the scroll, and like you said, like they own by that goes with the Fantastic Four. Like there's a possibility that they could still do a scroll storyline in Guardians, and then have them kind of trickle down into something for the Inhumans. Because I was like, when I saw that, and I was like, they're probably never gonna have an Inhumans movie now, and I was kind of upset by that because I was like, man, like Black Bolt and like his brother and their storyline, their family.
but he can't talk. So I mean, I'm
Yeah,
cool with that. Black Bolt can't say anything. So
But how you gonna put Black Bolt on a TV show though? Like
That's another thing. I was like, Black Bolt is
He-
super overpowered.
and he big as shit.
Yeah, like, super overpowered. Like, how do you actually interpret that in a show?
That's why I think
on a movie.
that's why I think they're only going to give some of the royal family. So you might see Medusa, you might see what's his name, Scrag and Krang. I gotta look it up. But you might see them in it, like the lower, and you might just see Medusa. You can get away with just Medusa being in it. I don't think once you put Black Bolt is a movie character. You can't put him in anything else.
I'm like I'm a little weirded out by this. I'd rather have an Inhumans movie than on a.
Well, no, I think they're still gonna do it, but they need to have I think they want to still kind of make the Inhumans relevant because they're going to be soon getting away from the X-Men. So, I mean, I get it. I think it's a smart move just to still have some of the big characters in it because if they were ever to do a X-Men TV show, it would probably would have only been like the lesser characters. You wouldn't have seen Storm and like all of those characters probably would have been at the top, like the upper echelon, like Wolverine, Cyclops, Professor X. They would have still been there in the movie, but the X-Men would have been like the lower characters, giving them a little bit like Jubilee, like you would have seen them.
Well, I still want to see Jubilee.
I mean, I do. I mean, they had her in the movie. But it was like a cameo.
That ain't.
I mean, so
Wait, that's Jubilee. Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, right. That's what that moment was like. Like, oh, who's that? Oh, that's Jubilee. Oh, I thought that was just like some extra random character.
Man, that's a random bitch in a yellow shirt. I mean, in a plastic yellow jacket. Get her the fuck out of here.
I love Jubilee too. I would love to see.
Yeah, that's one of the things. Like, I think because they're going decade to decade for some reason with the X-Men movies now, it's going to be based in the '90s, and they're going to have Jubilee in the movie have a bigger role because she was big in the '90s cartoon.
That's when I first started watching X-Men. When I was a kid, I didn't know they were comics, so I just saw them as a TV show.
So, switching gears again, Roy Harper, they said, is coming back to the Arrow.
Yes, sir. My man Arsenal coming back.
And they said, in a interview, I think Stephen Amell said, he's like, look, we're getting back to Arrow. He's like, the first season was we were full on Arrow. Then the second season we had to introduce the Flash. And he's like, the third and fourth we were introducing like.
Man, I don't. There's no excuse for that garbage. I'm sorry. No excuse for that garbage.
Like everything that I did, he's like stuff that I did in the first season is gonna have repercussions for this season. So like it looks like they're kind of returning to the roots, but I like that Roy Harper's coming back.
Yeah, I need my man back, man. I need Arsenal back, putting boot the butt cheeks on shit, man.
I love the guy who played it. Like, and I kind of hate it when he went off the show because then that's when the show got bad.
Yeah, but remember he was trying to do his own thing. That shit went downhill. Yeah. Motherfucker, get your ass back where you belong.
Well, he was having a lot of personal issues and stuff like that with coming out and stuff like that. And I'm like, cool, you got through that shit. Come back to the show, man.
Oh, you talking about coming out like he gay?
Yes, he's gay.
Oh, who the fuck cares?
That's what I mean. It was like his personal struggle, and like he was going through stuff on the show that like you didn't see, and
I mean, I get it.
Well, he was going through stuff, and like now that all that stuff is open and you cool, you good, man. Like, look, come back to the show, man. Like you missed, like I was just like, yes.
Missed by everybody.
Right.
Yo, man, he's good, man. He like actor wise, man. You need to come back, man. Do that damn thing, man.
Especially after they killed off Black Canary, I was like, I don't know what's happening right now.
Yeah, man. Man, fuck that
I
shit,
didn't
man.
get that.
I hate
didn't.
Laura Lance, man.
I think
I like what's her name?
Kate Cassie.
Kate Cassie. I like her as an actress. I fucking hated her character. I hated what they did to her because she was the shit on fucking Supernatural. That's my bottom bitch.
Yeah,
Supernatural.
she's still bad too, boy.
I don't know about that, man. That bitch looked like she needed to eat a fucking couple sandwiches on that joint.
Wow, disrespect.
Perfectly fine to get dick down. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, girl, you got this, man. I got this dick for you, girl. I'm about to knock your motherfucking melon piece off.
Yeah, it was real good to me. I don't know if you watched the TV show Powers, not Power.
Yeah, they canceled that joint, dog.
Yeah, they canceled it, and I was
Sony
like,
was like, get that shit out of here.
"No, what's messed up? The second season was amazing, and I watched the ending, and it was like a cliffhanger ending. I'm like, oh man, can't wait for that third season. So I
Nah.
looked up when the third season, it was like, yeah, man, we're not coming back. I was like,
Hey, that's how Alphas ended.
yeah, no, and like we don't.
We will never know what happened.
I just started watching Power too.
It was such a great season. I feel like if you haven't watched that season, it's kind of like it starts with a death of a main superhero that basically has been protecting the planet in a certain city for like the last couple of years, and like they're trying to figure out who killed that superhero, and then in the lines of them like finding out who killed that superhero, they give backstory about how much shit she was doing in between and all of, like the gray areas that happened and being a superhero, because she was like a public face, and it was like all this PR and like all this stuff around her.
Yo, that sound hot as shit.
Yeah, oh man, like she was when I'm telling you, like I was like, man, this shit is crazy. Like I love it, and I didn't really like the first season, and then like the second season, I was like, man, this joint is killer. Like I can't get enough of it.
Man, I wanted to see it too. I just didn't want to pay for it.
If you have a PlayStation Network account, it's free.
Oh, well, I got one, so
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I guess I'll watch it.
like, and then like in the lines of that, it's like a group of superheroes that were like kind of like the old Watchmen type of style, where the one died, and then like they were in one group together. The first female died at the beginning, then he died, and then the last guy was just still hanging around. And you're like, what's going on? Come to find out, like the last guy went crazy.
Was he
He's
killing
like-
everybody?
Yeah, he's like an Omega level like superhero, and he's like killing
Oh,
people.
so he
because-
Peter Petrelli out this bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Basically went crazy, and then it's just like, well, what the fuck are we gonna do? Because this guy he's too OP for us to handle, and it's just kind of like, it was a really interesting take, and I was like, man, this was great. It's kind of like what I wanted X-Men Apocalypse to be.
Shit,
but
that's what I wanted heroes to be.
Oh god, don't look at me so on heroes right
it was
now.
really good concepts, and then the whole.
I got one thing. Did anybody ever watch the second that Heroes? I haven't heard shit about that joint.
Which one?
Heroes Reborn.
Yeah, was that
Oh, yeah,
joint good? Cause
Yeah,
that
it was okay. Like
Yeah, it was.
the
You know what?
first part.
It was better than. It was better than one of the worst seasons on Heroes, where I think it was like 4 or 2 or something. Like
Granted,
it was the last
I didn't-
season that was really
I didn't
bad.
like the
My man
villain.
could move a
Oh,
continent and some shit like that.
That scene never happened. No, that scene never even happened.
Yeah, but like it was decent. Like I
It was alright.
more,
Like,
but
It
then
was a couple of questions. I mean, I'm sorry for cutting you off. I'm sorry about that. I mean, like there were a couple of questions from the first couple episodes, but then of course later on they get answered. Now, granted, I didn't like the main villain in it. I couldn't stand her. Like I thought she annoyed me, and there was gonna be another season, but since it didn't do that well, I mean they have to cancel it.
Yeah, but like I'm not gonna spoil everything for you, but it killed off somebody I love, so I was like, what?
No, you can't.
Yeah,
They killed Hornroom Grasses, man.
Yeah, they did.
Like, man, you can't kill that man. He's the reason why I was watching this shit.
I mean,
Yeah, that was the reason I actually tuned into it. And you know what? I'll say this: it's a better ending than what season 4 was.
yeah,
So it's better that it ended with Reborn than that stupid season 4.
But there were some other questions I had. Like I'm not gonna spoil it for Reese, but there are other questions like what happened to the other like main hero characters from the past seasons? Like they didn't say hey if they're dead or alive or something happened to them. Like
Well,
they didn't
tell
say
y'all can tell me the story. I guess y'all tell me off the air, but
They did. They touched on a few people, but like they couldn't bring most of those people back because they were doing
they doing like what's the name's doing Nashville.
yeah, like,
Um,
so
oh yeah,
the
we
yeah, Mitch is doing what was it? He's playing in fucking Star Wars. So like, there's no way in hell he's coming back. Only person that got time on his hand is fucking Peter Petrelli, cause he out here doing indie shit. But that's about it.
yeah.
but they didn't go into details because like one you want to establish the people that are there now. You don't want to have them go back and be like, look at this guy, remember what this guy was doing. You don't want to do that. You
Because
want
then it's gonna make everybody wanna know about him.
characters that are actually on there to have the main stage. You don't want to go and look at the people that are not there.
Was the mom there again? They
Oh
mom?
yeah. She was there. She played an important part in this season. Huge important part, in my opinion. But like I said, the villain for me in that series, she just didn't do well for me.
What are you talking about? The guy and his wife?
What?
You talking about the Zachary Levi character and his wife?
Yeah, the villain in the that season. I didn't really like her.
I mean, like she wasn't there to be liked. She was there to be a source of pure like sadness and malice because like.
Well, no. I mean, no. I just as a
Wait.
whole though, like I thought I would have had a better villain. Like she just, I don't know how to say it. Like she just annoyed me with it.
That's what I'm saying. Like that was her whole point. Her whole point was to be a thorn in your side. Like when you
Whole
saw
point was to annoy the shit out you. What?
no, to be a thorn in your side, to be like the type of thing where it's like, man, like I hate seeing this character, but like she propelled the story forward and then like actually pushed up the character of Zachary Levi, where it's like, yo, I can't do this no more. Like we become cold-blooded murderers. Like we're murdering people, and then you see.
Oh, now y'all going into motherfucking territory.
Yeah,
I ain't see it. Y'all might as well go ahead, man.
He brought
She
it
ain't
up.
no Siler. She ain't no Siler.
He brought it up, so I'm gonna address it because he called out something that I was like, I ain't really like that, but it was a purpose on why she was like that, and then that actually propelled his character forward to actually see what's happening from different points of view. Because if you remember, he had powers, but he was hiding it from her the whole time.
Yeah, I did hear about that. Like,
Yeah,
dude did have like he had powers, but she never knew he had powers.
Yeah, and the way he got powers was, I think, from that accident where it killed his son. So like it was a lot of character development and a lot of stuff on a personal level. So like it's not like it had like an overarching villain where it's like this dude is super trying to deal with the fact that their kid died this way and the fact that it was done by people with superpowers and then
Mm-hmm.
I'm a person with superpowers. So what?
Go back to what you were saying. We were talking about here.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I just realized something. We were talking about the wrong villain. I'm talking about like the main overall villain that wanted to kill all the evos. Like that lady, like that was the one I had to work with.
All right, yo. So ain't nobody gonna say nothing about the fact that it's Metroid's 30th birthday. That's like one of your favorite games of all time, and you just not gonna acknowledge that.
We were gonna get into it.
Oh.
I mean, like, if Nintendo doesn't make a big deal about it, why do I gotta make a big deal?
Because it's your favorite game. Because I tell you right now, when Zelda was 30th, Nintendo didn't need to say shit. I was gonna say it.
Well, this is the thing. Like, Nintendo didn't give me anything for Metroid's 30th. And, like I would appreciate it, like the Metroid Prime Collector's Edition thing.
Yeah, they should have.
Maybe a re-release of the original with updated graphics or anything.
I don't think they did any. They need to come out with a fucking new like Metroid title. They probably making something for the the NX. So.
Yeah, Like I like they didn't make a big deal out of it. Like they made a big deal about a Mario, they made a big deal about Zelda 25th, but it was like, yeah, Metroid, yeah, I guess. So I mean, like I love Metroid. Like I would love to see them release uh, a Metroid Prime package like they did for the Wii, for the regular Wii, and just update it for the Wii U. But I think you can still play the Wii stuff on the Wii U. But anyway,
I'm sure they
uh,
will.
yeah, like I need them to release something to make it like memorable, like soundtrack, something. Like we did
It,
the whole symphony reorchestra, the whole first game soundtrack. I'd have been like, "Yep, boy, money in your hands, take it."
you said a soundtrack though, like symphony.
Yeah, man, like they did the
That'd be
Zelda.
dope. That'd be dope. I'm not gonna lie. That would be hot.
That Zelda symphony was hot as shit.
Shit, we still haven't gone. We need to go, man.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to go. I don't think they're doing it no more.
Oh, they will. They've been doing it like it's.
Well, they
I
will.
think right now it's in England or it's still. I think it's they doing it overseas right now.
Yeah, I think they.
It's
When
been
they-
overseas.
Yeah, when they had came back, what like 2 years ago they came back to the United
Yeah.
States.
Years ago, and it was like it was like in July or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, I gotta go, and then I forgot about it. So, but yeah, as long as they want to give me some stuff, like I will gladly take some Metroid stuff. So I mean, they put it out. I mean, like nostalgia is what Nintendo does the best, you know.
Yeah, because they get people hype.
They do.
Mm-hmm. That's a good job right there.
But did you read up on the Destiny Rise of Iron 16-page Game Informer digital only?
I didn't read up on the whole thing, but I do know that I'm finally getting my I like the new exotic that they got going on is the gun from the beginning, the first gun you ever get, the assault rifle.
Yeah, it's like the Koza Soul
Look,
assault
man,
rifle.
that
Look.
Russian rifle.
It can be any gun you want. Like that's
Yeah, like
the assault. It could be a pulse. It could be a scout rifle, and then it it breaks it down even more, where you can do different configurations of the actual. And I was like, man, that sounds.
that's so dope. It can be any gun you want it to be.
Yeah, I was like, that sounds so awesome. I
Does it sound like that sounds so awesome?
like that, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna know when I get it in my hands. So like that's when it's gonna be like, you know what, this gun is shit right here. But like they showed some other exotics, like they said it's gonna have the RoboCop gun.
Oh god.
Like I mean, get the RoboCop. What they should do is have you have a suit where it comes out of your leg instead of like that'd be hot.
Yo, that should be dope. Yo, hear the you like, yeah, man, fuck your couch, man. Oh shit,
Like no smoking.
that shit would be dope.
That movie was awesome.
Yeah, fucking was.
So a lot of they showed a lot of talked about a lot of the campaign storyline. How the prison of elders change is gonna be
Do they got a release date?
They do have really. I think it was like September 20th. Yeah,
September 20th?
Yeah, this shit got me playing this game again.
yeah. I've been I mean, all my dues are at like 334, 335.
Not mine. Mine like
Yeah.
303. We was just playing a couple minutes ago.
But because they said, yeah, it's the 20th because one of my friends I play online with all the time marked the 23rd as, yo, you better be on this because we're raiding. That was the exact message I got on my PlayStation. It was like, you better be ready because we gonna be raiding. We don't know what the fuck we doing. Like, so the light level is pushed up to 385s.
Yeah, you'll be doing 340 the first couple days, and then like a week later you'll be able to get 380 gear. So
Probably like 3 days after that you'll be
yeah,
85 because well no that's not right because I don't know when they put the hard mode out for the braid. It's
It
probably
is. That's when you'll be able to get the 380 gear. That's what they were saying. Um, at certain videos I was watching, I didn't really get to read the whole 16, but I was watching on YouTube some, big Destiny guys, Eric's gaming and stuff like that. I was watching.
yeah. So like one of the other things that they showed were the artifacts. So artifacts are gonna be specialized artifacts where you're gonna have actual features in them instead of them just being like, yeah, this increases this a little bit, but no, it's gonna be like actual stuff that they do. Like for example, like one of the artifacts, if you equip it, like it will highlight people that have low health. Like if somebody has low health, they'll be highlighted in red, and people who have their super charged up will be highlighted in yellow. So you actually see like that is great for PVE. So like if you see somebody's on low health, like run up on them, gun butt them in the face,
Yeah, run up on them, put the toolie to their face. You mean squeeze?
baby, all day, every day.
You saying you don't know them about that, man? Put the
And
burner.
then and then like let me see, this artifact has the ability of sword heavy. So you can actually, with your sword, with this artifact, you can block people's rocket launchers and heavy weapons. So like somebody shoot a rocket at you, you whip your sword out, and hey, dude, get that shit out.
Get that shit out of you. You eat a dick. You eat a baby dick, nigga. I'm like, no.
Baby dick. Don't jump on the bed and baby dick, bitch. But they also introduced I forget what it's called, but it's gonna be an aesthetic part where it's you're gonna be able to actually customize your gun more. Like they put out the chroma where it's like, oh, you get the bright colors on there, but like what they said is it's gonna be fully aesthetics. It's not gonna be like performance wise, but you'll be able to put like a fur coat on your gun.
A fur coat on my gun. What?
Yeah, son.
Like, look at all the motherfucking fur. I'm all over here. Look at the fur.
Shooting people in the face. Or like, well, I think as a aspect where they can you can like change the total look of a gun. It could look like another gun, but when you see it's just differently. Like the dude, for example, was like, I had a shotgun, but it looked like the sleep stimulant. I was like, what? That's crazy. So like when you're in like a PVE where people think you're coming with one gun, you're gonna be coming with another type of gun, which is sounds pretty good. They talked about, of course, the SIVA and how that's going to play out in the actual universe of the world, where you're going to have two different modes. It's going to be the basic mode on Earth, and it's going to be after SIVA takes place. So you're going to have the before and after. So like it'll be the whole winter is coming theme. I guess Game of Thrones is just destroying right now. But like it'll be winter in the Russian area, the Cosmodrome, and you'll actually see the differences between the two, where the SIVA is busted through, and you can actually go down there and shoot the SIVA dudes in the face and everything like that. They're explaining how the PvP was going to affect, so Iron Banner is going to be a lot different. They didn't go into too many details about Iron Banner because they want that to be like, get in the game and be surprised.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like they're moving in a really good direction where they're getting a lot of feedback from the people who play the game, and they're actually implementing it on the actual game. So I'm hyped for it, but I really they gave like a little like, hey, we're looking forward to Destiny 2 as well, and how like the whole team is basically done with Rise of Iron, and they're just like putting the little
Touches.
the little touches on it right now, but most of everybody else is working on Destiny 2, and how that's going to be a total different feel from this one, where they had to cater to the last generation. This is going to be all full current generation, so it's going to be on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and that's it. It's not going to be on any of the older systems.
Which is good. You don't have to worry about nothing really.
Exactly.
You don't have to worry about shit, fucking up for us. You just do it.
Downgrade stuff and take,
As it should be.
like that. So that's one of the good things. Like they said, like look, everything's gonna be next gen. They're gonna have a system. Some of your weapons, I think most of your weapons, they said all your weapons are probably gonna move over to the new game. So like, uh, oh, and they're bringing back Thorn.
All right, that's good. Which is not, but
No,
there's
it's
nothing.
not good.
There's nothing good with Thorn. So if y'all want to say that shit, fuck that.
But they do have an artifact that actually nullifies Thorn. So like, you actually,
Cool.
it's cool. It's cool. They have an artifact. So if people want to run around with Thorn, you have an artifact to actually offset that. So, but but yeah, they mentioned some things they want to do with Destiny 2 and things they're trying to do, and I'm looking forward to that. So, um, Bungie, baby.
Hmm.
But that's all I got.
So you got all right. Well, I ain't really got nothing else to talk about. I mean, we can see what games. So what games are y'all playing now? Like I started playing Banner Saga. That's the only game I've been playing lately.
Yeah, sorry.
In
Yeah.
Destiny, Banner Saga and Destiny. That's all I got.
I mean, right now I've been playing. I've been playing the King of Fighters demo to get me ready for King of Fighters 14, which comes out pretty soon. So excited for that. But I also want to ask you guys, since we were talking about superheroes and stuff like that, did any of you guys get the remastered versions of Marvel Ultimate Alliance by any chance? Buy that waste of money for $60 for two games?
No, see, cause I would never do no shit like that. So
Yeah. And not only that, the
I haven't played their
Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 doesn't even contain all the DLC characters, but Ultimate Alliance 2, it does. And my thing was, even if you it had it on 360 and PS3, I kind of don't see why you would buy it on the remastered system. I mean, yeah, remastered, you can play online, but I'm like, if I already have it on my 360, I kind of don't want to buy it again. But I was thinking that maybe Activision was try to maybe promote another Marvel Ultimate Alliance game because those games have always been fun. So I was thinking that maybe Activision wanted to say, hey, if people buy these games, re-download them, I guess.
what they do? That's
Well,
what they do it for.
yeah, they'll try to get another Ultimate Alliance game, but since sales didn't do so well with this, and how you promoted this crap, no one was gonna buy it. Like as soon as I heard it was gonna be $60, I'm like, why? That's a waste.
First of all, the problem is Activision, and
Oh,
Oh
well,
yeah,
yeah,
Activision.
Activision sucks, and like the first Marvel Alliance is playable on your Xbox One if you already own the Xbox 360 version. So you can play it on your Xbox One already. And I think you
I
can do the ones. I don't know.
I don't know if online play is still available on the 360 and the PS3 version. I think they might have took that off.
mm,
Yeah.
well,
Like I said, never
so
played the game, never really cared for it.
all right. So where can they find you guys?
I mean, I'm blogging. I'm blogging. I'm starting to blog more daily, and also look out for Thursdays for my Throwback Thursday when I do games or TV shows that have at least been around for 10 years that really touched my heart. Touched my heart. Well, that's all I got. And anyway, people, hopefully you've seen Suicide Squad before watching this video.
Fuck that. So E, where can they see you?
You can always find me on Twitter at edog11885. Also on my YouTube page at edog11885. The Gaming Advisory's Facebook page. I'm always on there loading up stuff. I appreciate everybody who's been on there. I've been uploading a lot of videos and people have been liking it and loving it and going through and checking stuff out. And try to upload as much as I can. Start doing a lot of live streaming on there. So if you want to check that out, do that. And where can they find me at, Reese?
They can find me on Twitter at ReeseTheBeast261 or the Gaming Advisory, or well, it's not the gaming, it's just at Gaming Advisory. You can find me there. You can find me on Facebook at the Gaming Advisory Facebook, or you can find me on Twitch every once in a while at the Gat5, or you know, the GATV. And that's about it, man. Hit me up on Facebook, like us, love us. Follow us on iTunes and Stitcher and all the major. You guys can follow us there. Also, we would love if you guys subscribe, hit the like button, and send us some reviews or some feedback.
You have no
I'm a-
option to subscribe. You have no option.
Yeah, just do it. But we appreciate everything, guys. We love you guys. So that's it, man. We're done. One.
Peace and love, people.